I.S.U.P.K.
And we're going to prove to you that Christmas is a satanic holiday. It has absolutely nothing to do with Christ. It has nothing to do with the Bible. And God hates Christmas. That's right. God hates your Christmas. All right? He hates everything about it. We're going to prove to you is everything about your Christmas comes from an ancient Roman holiday, all right, called Saturnalia. Trooper Aguiar, if you could read what you have.
Canada welcome, sir. Saturnalia, the ancient Roman festival of Saturn in December, which was a period of general merrymaking and was the predecessor of Christmas.
Read the beginning of the article, the first sentence of the article. Now again, we're in Wikipedia. You just search Saturnalia, Wikipedia, and we're just going to start reading. We're going to find out what the origins of Christmas are. Read.
Saturnalia was an ancient Roman festival in honor of the god Saturn, held on the 17th December of the Julian calendar, and later expanded with festivities through to 23rd December.
Through the 23rd December, man. Why do you have 6 days of Christmas? On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. On the 6th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. Why? Because you had 6 days of Saturnalia, man. Saturnalia was from December 17th to December 23rd. Now, it already has parallels to Christmas. All right? Continue reading, Trooper Audio.
Canada sir. The holiday was celebrated with a sacrifice at the temple of Saturn, in the Roman Forum, and a public banquet, followed by private gift giving.
Followed by what?
Private gift giving.
Well, by what in Saturnalia?
Followed by private gift giving.
Oh, hold on, Trooper. You need to tell me in this ancient Roman customs, ancient Roman holiday, worshiping the god Saturn, not Christ, the one you call Christ, not the Most High, nothing to do with the scriptures, but a holiday that was celebrating the Roman god Saturn. You mean to tell me that from December 17th to the 23rd, they had private gift giving? Read that last part again.
Followed by private gift giving.
Yeah, private gift giving on Saturnalia, man. That's why they have private gift giving in Christmas, because your Christmas is from an ancient Roman holiday called Saturnalia. It is not the worship of the Most High. It's the worship of Saturn, man. It's the worship of Saturn, of ancient Babylonian religions, and the Most High hates it. Keep reading.
Continual partying and a carnival atmosphere.
All right, continual partying in a carnival atmosphere. That's why everybody's happy in Christmas. That's why the white man tells you it's the happiest time of the year. You can't get along with your damn family 364 some odd days of the year. The white man says everybody gathers together in Christmas. You gather together on the other side of the table as your damn child molester. Everybody's getting along though, eating their Christmas ham. Because the white man said you got to be happy in Christmas with a bunch of damn, family secrets. Christmas is a disgusting, evil holiday. It's a disgusting, evil holiday. It has nothing to do with the Most High. Everybody gather around a banquet with private gift giving. That's why you're giving gifts in your house right now, celebrating Christmas. Why? Because they did it in Saturnalia, during Saturnalia. Continue reading.
and a carnival atmosphere that overturned Roman social norms.
Right, a carnival atmosphere that overturned Roman social norms. That's why there's an orgy, Christmas party. That's why they devolve into drunkenness, cocaine, and orgies, man, and homosexuality and every other vice that comes along. Rape and child molestation is running rampant in Christmas, man. Strip clubs run rampant in Christmas. Your Thai massage parlors and your brothels in Montreal run rampant in Christmas. Whorehouses and trap houses in Toronto run rampant in Christmas. Why? Because it's a place of revelry, of partying into sin. Partying to the point of sin. Keep reading.
Gambling was permitted, and masters provided table service for their slaves. A common custom was the election of a king of the Saturnalia.
Hold on 1 second. Officer Yatazar, can you read the last sentence of that paragraph?
Last sentence of the paragraph. The gift exchange were usually gag gifts or small figurines made of wax or pottery known as sigillaria. The poet Catullus called it the best of holidays.
They call it the best of what?
Holidays.
The best of what?
Holiday. The best of days.
Right. They call it the best of. The poet called Saturnalia the best of days. What do they call your stinking Christmas? They call your stinking Christmas the most happiest time of the year, man. When Christmas is the worst time of the year. You have a credit card debt, you understand, that would scare Hannibal Lecter. Now you're going to go and spend Christmas gifts on the brat kids you have and that woman that you know treats you like garbage. You're going to go and buy all of them gifts. If you're a woman, you're a single mother, or you're a woman, you're saying with a husband buying the gifts. Buying gifts on the day the white man said was the best of days. The poet Catullus said it was the best of days, not the Most High. The Most High didn't say it was the best of days. Where in the Bible did Christ say December 25th is the best of days? Where in the Bible did the Most High say, and on December 25th it shall be the most happy time of the year? Nowhere, man. Nowhere. Why? Because Christmas has nothing to do with the Bible. Christmas is a holiday you set up and you want to worship it because everybody else worships it. Because Catullus said it was the best of days. This is the history of Christmas. Christmas has nothing to do with God. The Most High hates Christmas. All right? 1 second. Drop down to the section of drop down to the left. You see where it says right at the Temple of Saturn, public religious observance?
So like I'm looking for it, sir. Temple of Saturn.
Right. It should say right at the Temple of Saturn.
Canada one concert.
Right. Read the last sentence where it says they bathed early. The last sentence of that whole chunk at right at the Temple of Saturn says they bathed early.
Sentence. Figurine. In which paragraph, sir?
The paragraph where it says right at the Temple of Saturn.
Canada one, I got it.
Read.
They bathed early, and those with means sacrifice a suckling pig.
A what?
A suckling pig.
They sacrificed a suckling pig, True Bradiar, a fat, disgusting suckling pig. That's why you eat Christmas ham. We're going to break down that every piece of Christmas is a hateful act against God. If you celebrate Christmas, then you hate God, and you are waging war against God, literally. In Leviticus, the 11th chapter, and the 7th to the 8th verse, the Most High said that the swine shall be an abomination to you, to the children of Israel. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, you eat Christmas ham on the day of Christmas, not because the Most High said it, but because your master, the so-called white man, said it. And because we're in the spirit of a slave in Canada, we go ahead and have that Christmas ham. But a Christmas ham is disgusting in the sight of the Most High. Ham, pork, pigs were not meant to be eaten. That's in Leviticus, the 11th chapter, the 7th to the 8th verse. They sacrificed a suckling pig on Saturnalia, which is the predecessor of Christmas. Drop down to one second.
Another one comes.
Drop down to the. Bear with me 1 second. All right. Drop down to role reversal. See where it says private festivity. Drop down to the paragraph where it says the toga.
For reversal.
Yeah, where it says the toga. It's the third paragraph.
The toga. Concern.
Read.
The toga, the characteristic garment of the male Roman citizen, was set aside in favor of the Greek synthesis, colorful dinner clothes, otherwise considered in poor taste for daytime wear.
Oh, wait, but what? So they wore, so to this dinner now, on one of the days of Saturnalia, they wore colorful clothes that were otherwise, remember what it said out of yard? They are otherwise distasteful for daytime wear. That's where you're, what? You wear an ugly damn Christmas sweater that you would never wear anywhere else. Why? Because in Saturnalia, they wore horrible, distasteful clothes to their dinner. Again, proving Christmas has an origin in Saturnalia, has its roots in Saturnalia. And the Most High hates it. Read on. Or so I get. Skip down to the section that says gift giving. Skip down about 2 sections. It says gambling, then it says gift giving. You're going to read the second sentence of gift giving, all right?
Sir.
Go ahead.
Children receive toys as gift.
Children receive what on Saturnalia?
Toys as gift.
They receive toys as gifts in Saturnalia. Children receive toys as gifts during Christmas. Why? Because Christmas has nothing to do with the Most High. It has to do with Saturnalia and the worship of Rome, man. Christmas is the worship of Rome, the worship of the so-called white man's holidays. And again, another thing, you tell your kids not to trust strangers. You understand? Not to take things from strangers. But on Christmas, like on Halloween, you're going to let your kids trust a whole damn stranger. You tell your kids that a man named Santa Claus came down and came into your house and dropped gifts off. Meanwhile, you tell your kids every other day, lock the door, don't let any strangers in. Well, what if Santa Claus is knocking? You tell your kids to let Santa Claus in, that Santa Claus can come into your house at the middle of the night and give you gifts and take cookies and milk from you? It's a damn conflict of interest, man. And these holidays destroy many households. An innumerable number of households, an uncountable number of households have been destroyed with Christmas. Why? Because you're lying to your damn kids, man. You're lying to your kids and telling them that Santa Claus comes down and gives you gifts. When they catch you in the middle of the night, hurry up. Make sure John doesn't wake up. Make sure Katie doesn't wake up. Oh my God! Sorry. But Mom, you said Santa Claus was real. Go back to bed. Your kid's traumatized because here he is with his parents that fed him, clothed him, took him to sports, whatever. He just took him to school, told him about a man, and lied to them and said he wasn't real. That's scarring your damn kids at an early age for absolutely nothing. All right? There is no Santa Claus. You give your kids gifts because gifts were given to children in Saturnalia. All right? Read on.
In his many poems about the Saturnalia, Marshall names both expensive and quite cheap gifts, including writing tables.
All right, skip down to low Saturnalia. It's 2 sections down. All right.
Yo Saturnalia. Canada one cancer.
Go ahead.
The phrase Yo Saturnalia was the characteristic shout or salutation of the festival, originally commencing after the public banquet on on the single day of the 17th December.
After the public banquet, people would yell, "Lo Saturnalia, lo Saturnalia." What does that sound like? That sounds like ho, ho, ho. Lo, ho, 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 merry damn Christmas comes from lo Saturnalia. Christmas has no origin in the Bible. Christmas is a very old, a very ancient heathen custom known as Saturnalia, and God hates it. All right? That's enough of the article. Trooper Adiar, give me Amos. Let's start at Amos 5:21. Now, we gave you the history of this thing and holiday to prove to you that it has no grounds in the Bible. Notice, we read nothing. We didn't read a single line that had anything to do with the Bible. None of that was biblical. All of that was about the Roman holiday of Saturnalia. If you look up Christ's birthday, the one you call Christ, there's no proof that he was born January 25th. All right? Well, before you get into all that, the first thing you need to know is that God hates Christmas. And the one you know as saying Christ, he hates Christmas. Why? Because Christ came on this earth to do what his Father in heaven wanted him to do. What did his Father want him to do? What did the Most High want him to do? Most High wanted him to come down here and establish the law. You understand? The Most High chose Israel. He said about us, about the Israelites, that we are his firstborn son. The Most High is the father, if you will, the spiritual father of the Israelites only. That's in Exodus 4:22. All right? But Yahushua, when you know as Christ, he was the Most High's unique son, his special son, his only begotten son. He sent, that only begotten son down. You understand? He sent him down to establish that the Most High hates Christmas. The Most High wants you to celebrate the high holy days of Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. Those are Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian holidays, not Saturnalia. Read.
In the Old Testament, the book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 21.
All right.
I despise your feast days.
Sorry, the Lord hates, he despises your feast days. Why is it your feast day? There's no scripture that says anything about December 25th. There is no scripture that says on the 25th of December, all right, ye shall deck the halls. That's not in the Bible. It's not in the Bible to say, ho, 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 merry damn Christmas. That's not in the scriptures. It's your feast day. And the Most High hates your feast days. The feast days, the days that you call holy, and the days that you celebrate and set apart, that aren't in Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, that aren't in the scriptures, the Most High hates them. Why does he hate them? Because you're going off and serving another god. Christmas is the service to the god Saturn, man, not the Most High. Not to the Bible, but to the Roman gods. And the Most High hates and despises that. Read on.
And I will not smell in your solemn assemblies.
Right. The Most High is not going to smell your Christmas ham, your Thanksgiving turkey, and your Valentine's Day nonsense. Whatever you cook on Valentine's Day, your Easter eggs, your Easter ham, like your hot cross buns on Easter. The Most High doesn't smell any of that. All right. Did you finish the verse? Take me to you know what I want next. Jeremiah 10 and Jeremiah 10 and 3. Give me Jeremiah 10 and 3. We didn't touch on was the Christmas tree. The Christmas tree is a worship of a phallic symbol, a symbol shaped like a man's penis, so that you can understand it. You have a Christmas tree up in your house, you're worshiping a male phallus, a male private part. All right. Christmas, the erection of the trees, putting up the tree during the time of Christmas, is the worship of Nimrod. Nimrod was a man in the Bible that ruled the Babylonian Empire. When he died, his mother, who you could look up in history, her name was Semiramis. You look up Semiramis, to keep Babylon together after Nimrod died, erected a tree and said, you better put your gold and silver underneath this tree, or I'm going to cut your head off and hang it up on the tree. That's why there's little balls hanging up on the Christmas tree. Those were people's heads that they hung up who would put gold underneath that tree, underneath Nimrod's tree. You understand? That Christmas tree is the worship of Nimrod. Read.
In the Old Testament, the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, verse 3.
Okay.
For the custom of the people are vain.
The custom of the people are vain. Christmas is a custom of everybody in France and in Canada. White people in Canada, Chinese people in Canada that are Christians, Native Americans in Canada don't want to have anything to do with the Bible. If you go up and tell them they're Israelites, they'll damn near throw garlic at you and think you're a vampire. When you tell them, hey, you're Israelite, no, Bible had nothing to do with us. Meanwhile, Native Americans have Christmas trees in their houses right now. Talking about they don't believe in the Bible, but believe in the white man's Christianity. You understand? That's disgusting. The Most High hates it, and it's a custom of the people. Christmas is a custom of the people. Read on. And it's worthless. Read on.
For one cutteth a tree out of the forest.
One does what?
Cutteth a tree out of the forest.
One cutteth a tree out of the forest. You see, cutting those trees down during Christmas, that's not new. That's a very old custom. That's a very old custom, and it's the custom of the people. It's not a custom of the Most High to cut a tree out of the forest, hang it up, and deck the halls. Decking the hall is not a custom of the Most High. It's a custom of the people, and it's worthless. It's vain. Read on.
The work of the hands of the workmen,
all right,
with the axes.
Read on.
They decked it with silver and with gold.
They do what with the tree?
They decked it with silver and with gold.
They decked the halls. Read it again.
They decked it with silver and with gold.
You understand? They've been decking the halls for thousands of years now. They decked it. They decked what? The tree with silver and gold. They decked it. That's Christmas in the Bible, man. Christmas is in the Bible. It is a custom of the people. It is vain. It is vain. Jeremiah 10:1 says, hear the word that the Most High speaks unto you, children of Israel. So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, this is a message for you, that Christmas is from Saturnalia. It's a disgusting holiday. It's a holiday of the people. Take me to my last scripture. Proverbs 3:31. Trooper Adiyar. I want to get one more scripture to wrap this up. I paraphrased a lot of scriptures. You can look these scriptures up. This is a short, you said, history of Christmas, more so to get you in the understanding of the magnitude of evil that Christmas is, that Christmas upholds. Christmas upholds a ton of evil, drug use. You understand? Your father getting, you understand, all the way drunk and hammered to the point that he's throwing up and can barely speak. The point that he has to go to the hospital. The amount of shootings, forget about it. Up now to the point of the Christmas season, you stick a gun in your brother's mouth to make sure you get the Christmas gifts and Christmas toys and Christmas ham. Robbing and stabbing each other in Toronto, selling extra drugs so that the Christmas quotas can be met. Christmas promotes a lot of evil, man. It is not of the Most High. And we shouldn't do the things that the people do because the customs of the people are vain. Read on.
In the Old Testament, the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor.
Envy thou not the oppressor. So-called West Indian, so-called Haitian in Montreal, the Frenchman is your damn oppressor, man. Whether you like it or not, in 2018. Whether you like it or not, slavery ended. We got our independence in 1804, whatever year that was, 1804, 1803. In any event, we got our independence a long time ago. Slavery's over. Slavery is not over, man. Slavery has not been abolished. Anytime you work for the benefit of another people, you're a slave. In Montreal, so-called Haitians in Montreal, your work, does that go to the Haitian government? Does that go to furthering the Haitians military? Does that go to building Haitian schools in Montreal? Hell no. It goes to the Montreal, it goes to the Quebec people, you understand? The Quebec government, the government of Justin Trudeau. It goes to another people. They oppress you. So-called Negro in Toronto with drugs and murder on every damn corner. The so-called white man is your oppressor. So-called Native Americans in Thunder Bay, the so-called white man is your oppressor, man. The scripture says, envy thou not the oppressor. We see the white man getting rich off drugs. We shouldn't envy him and want to do that. We see the white man celebrating Christmas in every home. We see Donald Trump celebrating Christmas. Justin Trudeau, I'm sure he had a big Christmas party for everybody in Canada to see on TV. We're not supposed to envy that. We're not supposed to look at that and want that. Read on.
And choose none of his ways.
Don't choose any of his ways. None of them. Not his drug addiction, not his Thai massage parlors, not his brothels, not his weed, not his cigarettes, none of that. None of his ways. Those are his ways. To get high is the way of white people. To rob and steal and kill your brother is the way of the so-called white man. No one loves robbing and killing his own more than so-called white people. Envy thou not the oppressor and choose none of his ways. Is that it on that verse?
Sir.
All right, with that being said, don't learn to understand the way of the heathen. Don't envy your oppressor, the white man, the Arabs, the Chinese, the Africans. They are your oppressors, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. And we're not supposed to choose none of their ways. Thus saith the one you know as God. God commands you to not learn Christmas and to not be in the Christmas spirit. Christmas is of Satan, man.
Nobody tell you cry. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you are a black man like me. And it's worth something.
My whole life was trying to find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, sold packs. I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to rhythm man blues for this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good wreck. Sometimes a follower is a soldier, trying to find a good ship. Plus when you in hell, how do you excel? Wisdom the breath of life, I don't believe in fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No calling can cause pain. Something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord?